we talked about video games and everything too, but I think it's in all art is that when it's the attention to detail and it's the fact that you're like, no, this doesn't look right. This is why this needs to be there. And it's like, even with some of the behind the scenes of Rob Zombie's Halloween, when the Kraber the bassinet was in the kitchen, and he went, no, get it out of here. He's like, let's get a brick. And he was chipping off all the paint. He's like, this does not look disgusting enough. It's like,
but that's why he's Rob Zombie, and that's why there's Christopher Nolan, and that's why there's Wes Anderson, and that's why there's all these people that set themselves apart. Even Christian Bale, you know what I mean? Like, you've seen that guy, Tom Cruise, have so much passion for being at the height of the genre of film. I think it's just because, like, if I could give myself a talent, I would say it's the eye. I think I'm the sixth man in everything I do. I'm mediocre at music compared to professionals. I'm mediocre at videography compared to the best. In all honesty, I'm not mediocre compared to a videographer on YouTube, but I'm mediocre compared to the people doing it at the highest level.
Right.
But one thing about me is I dabble in every single thing.
Yes.
So if I need to do a middle level quality video, which in 2023 would be an 80s video because that's all the technology they had.
So
I can do the filming, the editing, the effects, the costumes, all myself within that level of quality. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's the one talent I will give myself credit for is, I guess that would be being a director.
Okay.
Being able to see, or a creative director, being able to see the things that your average person would say, oh, that won't even matter. No one else will notice it. But they really do, because this channel would not have blown up if it wasn't for the details. And
100%,
that's what separated it from any other parody or joke. Even if they would have gotten 1 million views, Slasher Boys got 35 million views because of that reason.
Right, 100%.
The outfits, the masks. I knew that if I had the horror characters, and they weren't even good back then, but let's take Love to Die, for example. If Love to Die was the first thing that people saw, if the masks and the shading of the cheeks and everything like that wasn't perfect, the characters would be unrecognizable wearing fur jackets.
Right.
But because they still looked original from the head up, it worked itself out. You know what I'm saying? You still got the visuals of the character without it going so far that it wasn't even a good representation anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So I would say that would be my only above the 6-man skill, would be able to compile creative elements into the absolute highest level. I don't think that on my budgets for YouTube, anybody could make anything better. Without them working, I don't let people work for free. That's like so I'm saying with the same budget and the same people, no one else would be able to make them better with the amount of people and the circumstances that it took to make. Like, I'm calling AIW wrestling like 4 days. Can I get a fucking wrestling mat? Nobody's answered me back about boxing gyms. And I literally bought, I literally went and found out how to buy ring covers to make them red, white, and fucking blue, to make it look, and then it was in fucking black and white. You know what I mean?
Oh God.
But I'm saying, I went as far as making the ring covers because wrestling doesn't have the ring covers. I was like, well, this is really going to look like a wrestling mat. I don't want one comment. I want this wrestling mat to look exactly like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's, and I appreciate you guys recognizing that, but I really think that that's one talent I'll give myself, is the ability to, to do the creative direction, especially on a low budget, because 15 grand is a low budget. I mean,
for sure,
$1 million is a skeleton budget now. Shout out to the Never Hike Alone guys, Vincent DeSanti, that I just had on a live stream with Tom Matthews from Friday the 13th, part 6. Those guys are doing it with $300,000.
Yeah.
I mean, they're putting so much sweat equity. They're doing the same thing I am. The trailer and everything looks exactly like a real movie, because of their attention to detail and their level of skill.